Hi, my tubies. It's me, Sheila Truelove. I was here laying down, relaxing, and just, skimming through some things on Top Buzz. It's this app that I look at, whatever. And I ran across this guy named O'Shea. He is this black guy. And he was talking about how black women who date only white men. And you know me, that kind of captures my interest. So I just begin to listen to a lot of the things that is being said, in terms of why do you have a lot of black women who are turning to other races or Caucasian men, and let's listen into this and give me your thoughts if you choose to. Keep in mind, I am not a racist. Jehovah God, Jesus Christ is my witness.
Area code not 760, but let me go to 601. 601, you back on the air, brother. What's going on? Thank you for calling in. 601.
601.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, O'Shea. I'm Courtney.
Hey, Courtney, how you doing?
I'm good. I want to talk about a lot of the things with the black woman attitude. Black women have attitudes because over 10 years, black men have been bashing them and making them feel uncomfortable. So when they see a black man out in public that speaks to them and stay home, they already got a negative feeling and a bad taste in their mouth about black men. And also, there have been a lot of hypocrisy with this Amber Gill situation with black men, because black men tell black women all the time that they do not prefer them, that they are too dark, that they like white women, and they put other races women on pedestals. And so therefore, when a mixed woman see that she's fetishized by these kind of black men, she get turned off too and don't want to be bothered with them too, because they're colorist. They show any respect, because they can say about black women having attitudes all they want, but most black men are not easy to deal with themselves.
Yep, I gotta agree with her. There's many times, like I told you, there's not a week that goes by that some guy, it's Caucasians that hit on me too, a couple of Puerto Ricans too, but you have a lot of these black men that, yeah, they're constantly like trying to push up on me or what have you. I put my wedding ring on and my engagement, whatever, that my friend bought me. Yeah, I wear that. But I don't have nothing to say to none of these black guys. Not really. I'm not rude to them, but I don't even look at them anymore. I just don't. Because lately, every time I look at a black man, to be honest with you, I just want to cry. I look at them and I want to cry. And what makes me want to cry is that I never thought, no, I never, because I'm a girl who has loyalty, for real. Straight up loyalty and integrity. And I never thought that there was anything that could ever turn me against these black men. Caucasians didn't turn me against them. The media didn't do it. They did it. And when I look at them, I want to cry because I have given up on them. I have. And that saddens me. Just like I imagine, I had somebody, I forget the person, and they wanted me to come on their show. I have to look into that. It was a text that they sent me, and they wanted me to come on their show. And I was like, if we're going to talk about this topic, I have to be there for at least 4 days down there, because for the first 3 days, when I'm looking at these black men on the panel, I can't talk. I'm going to just cry for 3 days, and then maybe I could pull myself together, because I am just in total disbelief of how they want to call themselves kings. What kind of king have you ever seen turn on their own nation, turn on their own what they created? Black women have been created by black men's sperm. I'm not from the sperm of a Chinese or a Caucasian or an Indian. No, we are their creation. And they will sit here and turn their back and side, get on the bandwagon with the media, all of this other nonsense, and turn on their own race. That's crazy to me. So that's why, look, I stopped dealing with these black men. I got uptight with them when I started listening to the YouTube videos and all these negative things that these black men are saying about their own race of women. And then I scroll through YouTube. I don't see no other race of men doing this. No other race. Hispanics don't tear down their women like that. Irish, Italians, Jews, Indians. You don't see no other race doing this to their women except for these black monkeys. I mean, men. Whatever. Let's go back.
Hmm.
And that's when I'm looking at. I feel like, go ahead.
No. Go ahead. You go ahead. Go ahead and talk. Go ahead. It's fine.
I feel like it's a bunch of hypocrisy because the same woman that they uplifted and gave praise to, which are meat women, now she doesn't want them. If she would have said, "I love black men," that would have never been an outrage because black men got a dose of their own medicine. They don't like it because they feel entitled to those kind of women because those kind of women been putting black men on pedestals as well. And not only that, the last caller said that white men don't marry black women like that. That is a lie because I know so many black women that have married white men and they are marrying them left to right because I have a lot of them in my family and I have friends that are married to white men. So it's not just a fetish. And I think a lot of black men.
Yeah, she's absolutely right. I see a lot of black men, I mean, Caucasian men, white men. I don't like to say white because I think that's just, ugh. No, Caucasian. I see a lot of Caucasian men marrying black women. I see it all the time, especially in the religious sect. And I see it when I go on Instagram. My Instagram, I even have it posted on my Facebook. All of these Caucasian men that are marrying ebony women. But that's not what the media wants to show. They wanted to make it seem like black women are not desirable. You know, the only reason why people may think that, believe me, we are far from being undesirable. But the media, advertisement, marketing, magazines, that's what is the cause of making it seem as though ebony women are not desirable. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And I would like to do a test just to prove my point. You know me, come on, the proof is in the pudding. I want the media to put nothing but brown skin, dark skin, and black skin of females. And let me pick the women because I'll pick our finest. I'll get our most glamorous. Let me pick them. I would get my African women. I would get Dominican women or brown skin now. I would get my Indian women. I would get my Trinidadians, my Jamaican women, all these other cultures that have brown skin, dark skin, or black skin. Let's put that on all the advertisement. You see 99% all brown, dark, and black. Just let's do that. And I'll say let's do it for what? 7 years. Let's do that. It might even not even take 7 years. Let's do it for 3 years. All predominantly dark, brown, and black. And then all of a sudden, you know what's going to happen? All of a sudden, you're going to see these black sellout monkeys sit up there and talk about, you know what? My preference is my own people. You know, I prefer my own. Yeah, that would change. So this is just showing you how weak-minded these black men are. It has nothing to do with ebony women not being desirable. They just don't promote it. And when you see us on television, they try to get the most ghetto, the most ratchet, the most loudest. They never get our finest. You don't want to play. They don't want to play this game with us. They lose hands down. Believe that. They don't want to play. They never play fair anyway. They don't play fair. Hell no.
Tell themselves that to make themselves feel better. I don't see the problem with her preference because black men say they don't like black women all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think, go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Finish your last point. Go ahead.
Okay, this is the only last thing I have to say. I just think that they put a lot of energy out in the atmosphere about the bashing of black women, and black women don't want to be bothered with them because they've been traumatized by black men.
Yep.
And also, as well, black men have been rude and disrespectful to black women. Even good black women.
I agree with that. A lot of ebony women have been traumatized. I have been traumatized by black men. You know, I'm the one daughter and 5 brothers, and I've had some issues with some of my brothers, man. That was like whatever, trying to raise up and all of this stuff, and I'm sitting up there fighting and defending myself with these black men. But you know what? I still didn't turn my back on them. I married 2 guys. Well, no, my first husband wasn't black, but I married the second one was a black one, and he was violent. He was abusive. He was cheap. He was stingy. He was couldn't keep his penis in his pants. He was laying up with men on the side, having sex with men and prostitutes. I mean, no, I'm done. I'm so done.
Got screwed over. So now that when a black man out in public, hey, how you doing? They turn their nose up because they've been so traumatized by them. And it's so many other races of men that are running behind black women, despite the media, what they have presented black women to be undesirable. Because let's get it right. Around the globe through Hollywood, only white women are perceived and uplifted as beauty. Black women are not represented well in Hollywood because Hollywood is racist. And they
Is she right or wrong? Does she have a good point? Absolutely. Hollywood is racist. And if it's not Caucasian women, it's anything with light skin. As long as you can get as close to Caucasian. So if they say, no, I like my sisters and all of that, okay, let me see your sister. I bet you she's not chocolate. This guy here, O'Shea, okay? I don't know who he's been dating. I don't know his life in terms of his, romantic situation. He's dark skinned, very dark. You want to make a bet, a dime to a donut? He would never date a female his color to marry her, to build a life with her. That would never, ever happen. You know why? That's called self-hatred. Anytime you would never date someone your own exact skin tone, that is self-hatred. Now, you're supposed to like people, you just like women. You don't care what color they come in, right? Supposedly, that's what they say. And then when I looked at some of these men, their past relationships, oh, but I never see the dark skin. They never ever, except for one, Gregory, the guy that I loved, that my first love. He was dark skinned and he liked brown skinned women. He liked women his skin tone and he was dark. He said that was his preference. He had dated Caucasian once when he lived in California, and he said he would never do that again because it just wasn't for him. He was a guy who was he loved the way he looked. He loved his look. So he wanted to see a woman who was a reminder of how beautiful he is. So that's why he dated women of chocolate. All of it. I even saw his porno collection. He didn't have not one porno with a Caucasian woman in it. Not one. And he had loads of porno. Now my ex, all he had was nothing but light-skinned, Spanish-looking Caucasian. He hates his skin tone. He hates himself, really. He's out there on the pipe right now, child. I saw him the other day when he popped up. Like, he looked terrible. Of course, I didn't tell him that. His face was all skinny. His pants was like 5 times too big on him. He sat up here and slicked down his hair, trying to make it like a white boy. He don't even have Caucasian hair, man. Come on. But he's been hanging around with a lot of the Caucasian prostitutes and these the guys who are crackheads. He's been hanging out with them, and now he's trying to put his hair he looks like a fool. But of course, I didn't tell him that because I didn't want to hurt his feelings. But the truth is the truth. It is what it is. He looks terrible.
They push white people up, period. And I feel like white men, that's her preference because she had probably a self-hating colorist black daddy that didn't like black women, so that turned her off. So, hey, she doing the same thing. Amber Gill doing the same thing her daddy is praising white men like her daddy praised white women. So, it's
That's true again. Let's think about Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne always talk about how he think black women are ugly and he would never go with no black woman. He had his first kid when he was poor like hell. He was with a black woman. He has a daughter that's dark skinned. So what message is he sending to his dark skinned daughter? You know what I'm saying? The moment he saw that some pale skin or light skinned woman was willing to give him the time of day, now he's like, oh no, I don't want no dark skin. But it's too late. You already have a dark skinned daughter, Lil Wayne. And you're teaching her to see herself as ugly. You're not beautiful. Look at all the women I picked. They're all light-skinned. What? Come on already. This is redonkulous.
it's a spade.
Let me ask you this. You said that black women have been bashing, black men have been bashing black women for 10 years, you say?
like about 10 years on YouTube because it was getting ridiculous when YouTube had first come out. It was really messed up. Those comments have traumatized a lot of black women. And after that had happened, interracial dating with black women had gone up with non-black men because they also got tired and it turned black women off from black men. Yes, I know this to be a fact.
So okay, and so today is right now it's well in Poland it's going to be June 1st, 2019. So what you're saying is 2009. Um, After this year, 2009, to the current time, because black men were bashing black women at that time, that's why black women started to get annoyed with black men and didn't want to deal with them. Is that what you're saying?
Okay, it's a mixture of things. It's not only just YouTube. It's the whole amount of disrespect. Like, what we don't like is we have to be marginalized to black men, and black men can date out 3 to 1, and we supposed to sit here and look stupid and grow old, and we don't have the right to exercise our options. To me, that is wrong, and that's hypocrisy. And I feel like a lot of black men need to just get over themselves.
Let me.
And she's not lying because I went to a club down in the Bronx. I was in the Bronx. It wasn't always Brooklyn with my girlfriend. And we had a group of us was going down, and we had one of our sisters, a black ebony woman, and she had a Caucasian guy. We went into this club down in Brooklyn, okay? And when we went into the club with him, these black guys, they started up all this unnecessary drama. They was like, oh hell no, bitch ain't gonna walk in here and disrespect us in our own place. This is our place. Nah, he got to go. It was almost breaking out into a fight, all because this black woman walked in with this Caucasian man. But yet they have no problem. Look at how they did what's Venus Williams when she married a Caucasian guy. You had to see it all over YouTube. How they wanted to bash her, talk about her like a dog, calling her a bed wench, and all of this. Oh, baby, please. They could dish it out, but they can't take it. And the reason why you see ebony women turning to other races is because ebony women outnumber black men. So we have no choice but to turn to other races. Black men don't have that excuse. If you had an issue with one black woman, you have several others that you could pick from. They come in all shapes, sizes, colors, hair texture, eye colors. We come in all of that. But I say, date somebody your own complexion.
Actually, this shout out to
That's
Lamar.
just what I feel.
You know, me and you need to do a show, a one-on-one show. I think it'd be very interesting.
I need to do a show with O'Shea. I would love for him to call me. I wish I could find a way to let him call and put me on this way. I got another thing that I was invited to do something. I got to look more into that. But I would definitely like this to be there. Absolutely. But before I do this show, O'Shea, you're going to have to give me a minute, son, because I have got to have a nervous breakdown a little bit here, just looking at you and the other black men that you're going to have sitting in the whatever on the stage, because I got to get past the tears. Just talking about it right now makes me cry. And it makes me cry because, like I said, I had to turn against them. And I don't like that I have to turn against them because I can't support them anymore. I'm not going to have their back. No, I'm not. They don't have ours. And it sickens me. So you're going to have to give me a minute to pull it together, but I'll definitely do that show. Believe it.
Because you have some interesting takes. But let me ask you this. You said the last 10 years. I can tell you that black men in 2009, I was 28 years old. When I was like 10 or 11 or 12, I was hearing the same thing. It was a known fact that, the same thing that black men are saying about black women, they were saying those same things many years ago. Black women had bad attitudes, black women this, black women that. So you're just saying that.
I'm going to do a part 2 with this because I don't want it to go. I'm using my phone, not my whatever. But anyway, they say black women have a bad attitude. We follow your lead. And what makes these black men think they don't have a bad attitude? They have beyond a bad attitude. They have a horrible attitude. We're following their lead. So if we have a bad attitude, look at the kind of guys, men that we have, man. Look at what we have to deal with out here with these clowns. Anyway, I'm going to do a part 2. I don't even know what I'm going to name this. I don't know. I'll find a name for it. I love you, Tubies. Yes, I do. You always have a choice. Yep. Mm-hmm. Choose wisely. Sheila True Love. I'll talk to you later.